Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over Inithwe Bloodtwin. I hope you had a lot of luck in pulling him this last weekend. We've got two right now. Now, you know me, I usually take a legendary champion and I run them with rares and epics so that they shine the most out of everything. But today we're going to run two Inithwe Bloodtwins, and our whole goal is to make sure they get the killing blow on these side minions, and then we just fight the boss, just only the boss. Kind of a hard thing to do, actually. You'd be surprised, and we're bringing two in here that are going to do the most damage out of all these champions. Even though Draco can do damage, we've got blinds here because whenever you bring attack champions in here like this, you got to have somebody to bring them back to life. We've got Bad Alcazar as our crit lead. One of these are at 77 crit, so we need that additional crit. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So the greatest thing about Inithwe Bloodtwin, if you don't know, is his ability to kill something and keep it dead. Now this A3 we're going to see right here is going to do an AoE. It puts up a leech. Now look at all these heals. Heal, 9,000, 9,000, 9,000. Leech is pretty good, right? Leech is not a bad thing to have on a champion. 18% to heal off of that. So whenever anybody attacks that enemy that has a leech debuff on them, you're going to heal by 18% of the damage done. And then if you have War Master or Giant Slayer, you're going to heal for even more, just like if you had Lifesteal gear. Now we've already got a couple dead. Again, if you're going to bring in fragile attack champions like this, you have to bring in somebody to bring them back to life. So if you're running your Inithwe Bloodtwin, maybe try to run it with your Arbiter, your Cardinal to bring everybody back to life, your Gorgorab, or Blind Seer, whoever you want to. I don't think Blind Seer gets enough love, enough respect. I did a video on her recently. I don't think she's the greatest. She definitely needs some love on her A3, but she is a good champion. She's a great champion to help you out here and to help you out in Fire Knight, which is where I use her a lot. Okay. So we got to execute A2 on the left champion. Let's see if we can get this one down fast enough. Come on. Now, they're the only two doing a mass amount of damage. Our Draco could bust loose and do some crazy damage too, but I'm hoping. There we go. Boom. So both are dead. Now we only have to fight the boss, but we don't have a decreased attack with what we brought in. We can still get hit pretty hard, right? No decreased attack on these bosses means you're still getting... Look at it. We're getting pounded, man. We might even die here. Wow. Not a, you know, I think Draco's going to save us. Draco's going to save us. So much for the Bloodtwins showcasing here, doing damage. Boom. And not a speed run. This isn't even an amazing speed run. Let's run this one more time and see if we can get them to take them down again quickly. And then be here for the ending. Be here to, like, you know, hey, we beat this. We helped beat this. Let's see what we've got. So you're running Inithwe and you want to make him work. You want to go through content in the game. You want to use him for arena. I don't have accuracy banners on mine right now. So you'd want to have an accuracy banner on him to make sure you get that leech up so that the leech can help you out through this. Again, you want to bring somebody that can revive them. Bring them back to life. Bring all your whole team back to life. And then you want to make sure once you have that leech up on the dragon or whatever else that, you know, you take advantage of that, right? So I think it's a little bit harder champion to play with. I think any attack champion like this, if you bring in a Loria that kills somebody and keeps it dead. If you bring in a Phoenix, even if you bring in Rhodos, it's really hard on auto for them to hit those side minions to get the killing blow and to keep them dead. And I'm running two Inithwes, and it seemed very easy on that last run, but I've done a lot of runs. It's not always easy. A lot of times my Draco will kill one or somebody else will get the final blow. It just depends. Bad L and Blind Seer are hitting very weak, so they shouldn't. So I'm maybe making it look easy. But whenever I brought in any Draco, okay, Draco took out this right one. So he's coming back. So whenever I ran one Inithwe for a really long time trying to make it work, it wouldn't work. It just would not work for me. And if I put them in an HP chest, right, 60% HP to give them a little bit more health, you know, his base HP is like 14,000. His passive kills something, keeps it dead, but then he heals by 30% of his max HP when he kills somebody or does damage or something like that. We'll look at his passive in a minute. I can't remember exactly, even though I've run them a million times. Here we are. So a minute and 30 seconds. That wasn't bad. He did get the killing blow on the boss. I mean, they're doing amazing amount of damage. Obviously, we got a Draco over here doing a crazy amount as well. Let's go see what we've got on these guys, how we're doing their masteries, and a little bit more about their abilities. So here we go. This champion heals by 30% of his max HP each time he kills an enemy. What I've said before when I did a review on him is that he needs something to shield himself. He needs to shield himself by like 50% of the damage done. I know it could be an insane shield or 30% of the damage done. He doesn't really need to heal on a kill. He needs to protect himself just on doing damage. He really, truly needs that, especially today. I mean, you know, we've got the Foleys today that do amazing things with their keep things dead and kill them. But Foley's passive can really protect him, give him health, give him turn meter against freeze, stun, provoke, whole bunch of crazy things. Then we've got Rotos, which just beats everybody, right? You just can't even compare Rotos's abilities to Inithwe. It's not even fair. And then we have somebody like Trunda who can do an A2 attack, and then if it hits twice, has like a 6-time multiplier that hits twice. That's 12 times. It's crazy. So he's an older champion. And I don't mind everything he does. I just feel like he needs survivability. And I said that before. He needs something to keep him alive. This ability is great. We take out Rotos with this ability. 3 hits. As they take damage, as their HP gets lower, he does more damage, right? We know that. This one, nobody really cares about lowering the max HP. It can work in some situations, but you don't want a long, drawn-out fight anyways. You just want to kill it. And his multipliers are pretty much the same. I think his multipliers are the same. This is probably a 6 times multiplier, and this is like a 6 times multiplier. Pretty much standard for across the board for these champions. And then he does have an aura of attack. But he's void, right? So we can use him in a lot of things. We can use him to come in there, take out that Rotos, but then we've got a long, long journey. If you've ever been in Platinum before and you're fighting against a Rotos, Siphi, Arbiter, and then a Valkyrie, we've got to take out that Valkyrie, Arbiter, and Siphi with this guy. So we're waiting to have this come back around. He's getting Siphi'd, slept all the time. It's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to do, really. But he's a great champion, especially if you want to take him through, low cooldown. If you want to take him and get this leech up, I think he can help you out in runs. I think he could definitely help you out. And then you could use him in 12's arena, and you could use him in arena, basic arena, right? So total stats here, 5,366, very slow. I don't really use him much. We can use him, because he's so slow, we can use him behind my slowest Madam Sirius to make sure that we can, the real high accuracy one, to make sure that he can come in after that and we can take some people out. So we'll use him for that. As far as Masteries go, it's my regular arena Masteries. I know I'm covering up Helm Smasher right now, but you just see this, the ones that I have. Underneath that, we've got Kill Streak, which is right above Helm Smasher, and then we've got Helm Smasher. If you're going to do arena, make sure you do it with Helm Smasher. 50% chance to ignore 25% defense. It will kill. You want to kill things. And then once we kill them with this, they're dead. So you definitely want to get Helm Smasher. It is always the best way to go. If you want to get flawless execution, you want this for PvE. You want the consistency in PvE, but you want that really hard hit sometimes with Helm Smasher in PvP. So this is my PvP build, as well as coming down here to get a chance to counterattack, of course, with all the PvP people out there. And then whenever our allies get these debuffs, we have a chance to counterattack. Very good. Sometimes I'll come over here and get the 8% less damage on a critical hit, and then I'll come down to this one, and then we'll come all the way down to these two. And then if you wanted to get additional turn meter increase, you could go down to the Revenge. But that's it for the Masteries. Let's get into some arena battles. Let's see what we can do. Arena did just reset, and we are in Gold 4, so we're a little bit out of Platinum right now. Let's see if we can find some. I don't think we're gonna have some super powerful battles. Okay, we got it set up already. Great. Let's go in here and drop some people down. So we don't need to. Did this have a tournament? Oh man, I forgot. Okay, we brought in the right one here. So we're not gonna, since they have a tournament, we're gonna play this slow. We would need, obviously, if we're gonna face a lot of tournaments out here, we would need our Inithwe in immunity. You see my other two. If I was doing this normally, I'd have my Trunda in here, my Trunda in immunity, and I would just blow them all up. But since we've got Inithwe, he's going to get frozen. He will definitely get frozen, so we're going to try to just lower it. Okay, good. It's our time to go. We'll drop everything down, and then he's so slow, right? He is so slow. Boom. We got provoked, and then keep in mind now, any champion that does damage based off of attack, and you know this if you've been faced off of against a Madam Sirius or a Hegemon or anything like that, once you have a decreased attack up, they hit for nothing. That 50% less just makes it so they hit so weak. It's very bad. We don't want any more. Well, we've already got everything up. Let's see if we can get a coverage. Okay, great. Now we've got block debuffs up. Now we can just get all this to drop off. That'd be wonderful. Look at that. Kill that Tormund on the A1 because he's so strong. Or Inithwe against that guy. That's great. He will not come back to life. Arbiter can now bring him back to life, and now we're good to go. We're under coverage. It doesn't matter. Tormund's dead. We're going to get our increased attack up. And now we can AoE these guys. Really AoE them. Let's go. Just going to put it on auto. Keep in mind, too, that you can't really play him on defense because on defense, he will just auto every time. He won't do this 3-hitter. So if your defense goes up against a Rotos, you're always going to lose. He's going to come in and do this. That's auto. Boom. He's going to do his A3 all the time on auto. So he's not the best champion for your defense team for you to do here. And we can't fight any really good. I can't even find a Rotos. There's a Rotos with a. Okay. with a Hegemon. So we're going to get a decreased attack up. You know Hegemon's going to play it. And then if he's got, which I'm sure he does, have artifacts on, he's going to do that. Or if this is a DPS Hegemon, we're going to be in some serious trouble. If we bring in somebody to remove debuffs, do I even have somebody set up to do that right now? Let's see. Maybe Scartosis could do the job. I don't even think I have him geared. I'm sure I've taken pieces off of him. 507, that's it. Okay, we've got this one and this. Where's Scartosis? We'll see what happens. Let's see. And they've got a Valkyrie. So this was a pretty hard one to go up against. And we got blocked out and okay, and he didn't get blocked out. That's good. Only the attack. So we're going to try to slow Evil Eye. Good. We got a turn meter reduction. Okay, she has her abilities up. Let's do it. And we're going to remove, is it this one? I haven't played him in so long. We're going to remove everything. Great. And now we're going to hit, okay, this is good. A smart way to play Rotos is to have any kind of shield on him whatsoever. Because even with this baby shield right now, if Trunda were to 2-hit him, he still would not die. And he'd get a chance to go immediately with his passive. But we have 3 hits. 3 total hits to take out a Rotos. So here we go. And he's going to die. He's going to take those 3 hits and die. He's never going to survive that unless he had a shield that was just an insane amount. Maybe if there was a Krisk here. So now we're going to get attack up this time, and we're going to see what he can do. Nope, let's get you down. Good. We don't want any shields up. Increase attack crit, whatever. We don't really need that one. And we'll just put it on auto. We'll let him do his AoE, see if he can take out almost everybody. But she's not bringing him back to life, right? They are dead, and they are staying dead. That's what we love about him. Keep things dead, Inithwe. I love it. But right now, could you imagine if he had an ability that gave him like 50% shield every time he killed somebody? And then, I don't know, I think it should go off of damage. I think he should have a shield up anytime he does damage. If he does damage, he gets a 50% HP shield. Because keep in mind, his HP isn't that high. So that keeps him balanced. If he got a shield off of damage done, then it could be crazy. He could do some serious damage and then have like this 20k shield up. I mean, I don't mind that. It's not just because I have 3 Inithwe Bloodtwins. It's because, you know, as strong as Rotos and the rest of them are out there, he needs a little way to protect himself that would be cool. And that would make it pretty unique. So I don't mind that at all. I think the rest of these, what is this, a dupe? Are these like best friends? They've got the exact same team. The exact same team here. We're going to go with this and just hit auto, see what happens. So, you know, he can deal damage. He can do it and keep them dead. And are you going to A3? Thank you very much. And he can do a lot of damage, but keep in mind, I've got mine slow right now. He's not in immunity gear, which if we're going to go up against all those Torments, we need that. And right now, we're not facing any real teams. We got to get, I hate this reset. We got to get back up in the plat and see who's there, see what's going on. Here's some better ones, right? Here are some better ones. Now, again, we don't have immunity, so if she pops up fast, she's going to provoke our boy, but maybe he might kill her. We'll have to see. Maybe he just might be able to. And we've got a Valkyrie here to make sure that our turn meter, see what we can do with our turn meter. Okay, she's pretty slow. Let's do this. Looks like we might be okay. Okay, now we can play 2 ways. I've never done this before. Usually I always take out the Rotos. Now, if you're doing Rotos versus Rotos, your Rotos versus other people's Rotos, you kill everybody else. You leave Rotos for last because their Rotos on the AI is going to attack your Rotos. Then you're going to attack back anyways. Most cases, they might attack maybe, depends on how you have it set up. Most cases, that's what will happen. So, since we have the ability to, we should kill him and keep him dead. Because if we provoke him, he's going to kill him and keep him dead. Like if we do enough damage, and we're going to see right now, usually that's what will happen. But I think we're going to kill everybody else. We're going to clear out everybody. Okay, he didn't. He went after Arbiter. Man, this AI is whack. It's really just a toss of the dice most of the times. So he went after Arbiter, which is surprising. Usually he'll go after the person that did the most damage to him and just use the A3 since we forced him to do his move, is what I've seen for the most part for the AI. But instead he did his A2, which he does do a lot. The AI isn't the best. If they made the AI smart with Rotos, he would just obliterate everybody. Honestly, I think that's why they did it. I very seriously think it was on purpose that they made it so he wouldn't, because obviously they can make it to where he would always do his A3 on auto. They can, very easily. But then he would just kill somebody, they can't revive, and then he'd come in and kill somebody else with the A2. Who knows? It would just be too wild. So instead, they give us a break. I'm pretty sure that's why they do that. Let's see it again. Let's see if he goes for the Arbiter again. Yeah, well, I don't know. That works. I'm Now, that works. We can take out everybody else and then now use him to just the 3 hits whenever we need to afterwards. That's working well. I'm gonna have to try this later on in Platinum Arena and still see if it works that way. Because normally I will just take out him with a 3-hitter if I'm playing him, and then you gotta battle it out and really work on the rest of the champions. Is what'll happen most times. Most times I don't see any more. There was a Rotos with just 1 though. That's not going to be a fair fight. Here's one with Tormund, but we don't have. Ooh, these guys are going to attack back. I don't know, guys. Here's one with a Krisk too, but they don't have a really high power. They might even be fast. This could be a fast Krisk team. Who knows? They got a Lysandra and an Arbiter. Ooh, she is right there at it. Okay, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same rundown as we've seen before. But there's nothing fancy, right? There's nothing fancy with Inithwe. He just does what he does. He does the damage. And then he can do this one, multi-hit, and then do that one. We're going to put it on auto here, get this AoE, see who he hits. Man, I am liking that he just slaps. I swear, all last week, anytime I came in here with Dark Elhain to play around like that, or any other scenario where I would bring in to do an AoE, if he didn't die, he would always go after the person that did. Like if it was a Trunda here, he would, you know what, let's try that. Let's try that with a, well, a Trunda's just going to kill him. Let's test it out here. I know this isn't part of Inithwe Bloodtwin, but please let me know down below. What do you think about Inithwe Bloodtwin? Are you enjoying him? And is he helping you out through PvE content as well as PvP content? And would you like to see something where his passives change a little bit to where he can get a shield on himself? I really feel like a shield would just make him so much better. Get that survivability going. Okay, let's see what Trunda's probably just going to kill him now. This is a problem. All right, I'm going to try to just, we're only going to do 50% damage to him because we're going to do her A2 and see what he does. Yeah, see, he hit her that time, but he didn't even use his A3. It's weird, man. Something weird is going on. Usually he would do his A3, but that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your time. I will see you all in a video soon.